Well, it's the season finale here at Homestead Miami Speedway. It's the running of the Ford EcoBoost 400, the last race of the season 9 of the Castrol GTX Cup Series. And what a championship battle we're about to have. But first off, let's welcome back the man who you may remember from Michigan, the Yankee and Center. Yeah. It's Robbie Sunoco back with us, and Robbie, welcome back.
Great to be back, and we're going to have a great final race here at Homestead. Championship ramifications are huge, never been bigger in any of the seasons of the GTX Cup Series.
And 5 drivers still added, and one of those drivers is on the front row. Not this driver right here. Cole Daly at 185 miles an hour has the pole for the event. Alongside him is the championship contender. It's Keith Batson, car 28, the Texaco Haviland Ford, car number 28. Only 98 points back. He still could come out of left field and win this thing. Row number 2 has Adrian Becker, 27, and the 22 of Cody Lamas. And then it's Seth Cole, it's 6 in the points coming in. The Alka-Seltzer Pontiac number 52, and beside him, Daniel Day in the number 1 Skull Classic Oldsmobile.
4th row will be Tanner Doobie in the number 27.
25
Kodiak Lumina. And alongside will be our winner at Michigan, Joshua Michaels in the 14 Copenhagen Olds. Following them in row number 5 will be the 11 Budweiser Baby with Ford of Super Shears, Dougie Shears, the season 5 champion. They'll be alongside Leo Walker in the number 18 Interstate Batteries Lumina. Row 6 will be the number 28, 29, Hardy's Olds of Kyle Matthews alongside Jack Richardson, the number 19, Bullseye Barbecue Sauce Ford. Then following them will be a pair of Fords in the number 7 Xerox Ford of Andy Timmons, winner at the Winston Open alongside Charles Jackson, the winner.
Season 8 at Richmond.
1 year season 8 at Richmond, he'll be alongside. Then following them will be Deck, Delco Remy Lumina, wins this year, but right now he's basically the conditions will not repeat, but he's looking to end the season on a good note. Alongside will be the championship tied for the points lead, Zed Weinstein, winner here in season 4. He would like to lock up the championship here in season 9. Following them will be the number 44, See My Airlines Olds of Dover, the Auto Club 400 winner of John Lena, alongside the 42 of the defending GTX Cup champion Johnny Gardner, who will have his final race as the champion, and he will be giving it up. Then it will be Ryan Richardson, the 75, Valvoline Pontiac. He will be alongside Jasmine Acosta, the season 7 champion.
And the Battle of Motor Old Cars.
Pontiac. Yep. And following them will be the number 69 Country Time Ford of Jeremy Doobie, alongside the 33 Soul Bandit Olds of Chris Dollarton. Stephanie Naylor in number 26, Quaker State Buick, winner at Kentucky, will be alongside the 21 Citgo Ford of Ty Sheets. Then it will be Ann Fasten, the winner season 2 here in the Goodrich number 3 Lumina, alongside Dylan Young in the number 2 Miller Genuine Draft Pontiac. Then it will be the number 83 Wins Olds of Dylan Poteet, season 1 winner, alongside the 66 Top Arctic Phillips 66 Ford. That is Luke Walker. Tim Siegel will be coming up next in number 17 Tide Lumina, alongside the 12 Webestis Big Buick of Charles Sanford, winner here in season 8, our defending champion here.
Then it'll be Kyle Sosnowski, number 15, the Motorcraft Ford Thunderbird. And beside him, another Thunderbird, Jessica Shelton, one of the rookie candidates in number 9 Coors Light Ford. And then it's the next row down, Pichu London, number 94 Sunoco Ultra Oldsmobile. And then Mike Becker, 4th in points coming in, 28 points out of the lead. He's got his work cut out in front of him in STP Pontiac number 43.
And then rounding out the field will be Zed Weinstein, the number 90 Red Baron Frozen Pizza Ford, winner at
Kansas.
Chicago,
yeah.
And Dalton Day, the season 6 champion, is going to be alongside in the Crown Petroleum Olds. And in your back of the field, how about the 2 and 3 in the points? One that's tied, the other one is 3rd, Nick Baxter, in the number 8 Miller American Buick, who has not won this year. And he's looking to be the first to win the championship without winning a race, but he would rather win the race. And Chris Washer has got 3 wins under his belt, won twice in Atlanta, the Napa 500, in Texas. Right now he's the top rookie, and he would like to lock up a championship along with it. That's your starting grid here at Homestead, the Ford EcoBoost 400 Championship Weekend.
And to make matters worse for Chris Washer and Nick Baxter, as they rolled off there, they were both off in practice, so they hope they got the combination back.
Yep, it should be interesting how it all plays out. time, but they got their work set up. But you also got Keith Bassett is in a very good position. You got to lead the most laps. You got to win the race. You got to have everything happen. Luck to go all his way to lock up a championship.
Absolutely, and Cole Daly, he's yet to win a race this season, so he's got some incentive to win a race this season. As race car ducks up on the pit road, last race of season 9, the Ford EcoBoost 427 laps to decide it all. Pole speed at 185 miles per hour. Short track very, very fast. Green flag in the air. We are underway at Homestead.
Cole Daly really jump on things right now is backing up on that high side. Now, here comes Adrian Becker. He can move up as well with Steph Toll. Another driver trying to have an outside shot blocking. Coming wide in the middle there with that. Shears and
Tanner Doobie and Daniel Day about got together coming out of turn 2.
Yes, already 3 wide races. Just that fast. As the lead right now is Steph Toll battling with up. We got tighter racing going on. Steph Toll as Adrian Becker will lead that lap.
She will indeed as they come up into turn number 1. It will be.
Steph Toll now to the point as Adrian Becker led that lap, but now switch positions as here comes Cody Lamas. As well as Kyle Massey. They're getting all racy right now.
They are at a 3 wide for third spot there. Cole Daly, the pole sitter up high, along with Dougie Shears. Oh, Shears and Matthews about to touch coming out of turn number 4.
Yeah, they're still trying to hang on there. Everybody basically taking and giving, but more wanting to take and not wanting to give. But right now, as Seth Toll leads the lap, he's going to help him with his 5 points right there. But he's still got a long way to go. We got to see what happens. As now, Adrian Becker's looking to try to take it back as they go down the back straightaway.
And Cole has got to go from way left field. He's 118 back. He's 6 in standings coming in as they come out of turn number 4. And they're still 3 wide. Shears now goes inside of Daly, but Daly slams the door on him coming out of turn 4.
Yep, now they're side by side racing. They're getting to the point, but not for long. And now 3 wide battle for the top spot.
Cole Daly, who didn't lead the first lap, he says, now wait a minute, I want to lead the lap. I was the pole sitter for the event.
Yep, got to deal with it, but now there's sight there. You can go a blank and have a 3 wide time. 2 is Batson right there. Moving over Dougie and Cody Lamas in a group of Fords behind a bunch of GMs, Pontiac and Chevy.
And Dougie Shears, he almost made it 4 wide into turn number 3. That was almost a mess going into third and 4th turns now. Becker still leads the race, but Keith Batson's stuck in the sucker hole now. He's one of those in the championship contention. As we take a look at see where editors are at right now, Weinstein's making his way through the field there, Robbie.
Weinstein is the championship contender. He needs to finish better than the bottom, and he'll lock up the championship. It's easy pickings for him. But right now it is still Becker leading, but now Dale's trying to go for second. And Mike, now, but now he got him.
And Mike Becker is not making much progress in that 43 car here. I think he's way back in the back still, I believe. We'll see where he's at right now.
Barely see him. He's right behind Bate Arvid.
He is way back in the back.
Yeah, he's last. And he's about to be last. He's about to run meanwhile, up front, talking about the hot racing right now. New leader, I do believe. Let's see. I do believe Cole Daly, did he come out and finally get a lap? Yep, he did. He got that lap.
Yes, he did. He's got Keith Batson on the inside.
Back into it.
And Batson won the last race on the Tour at Phoenix, so he'd like to go 2 in a row to close out the season.
And we just saw before with Chris Washer and Nick Baxter, they are dead last and they have lost the field. They would like to have a yellow happen so they can play catch-up.
Indeed.
Right now, they are distant right now, and Zed Weinstein is loving it right now. The more he is ahead, the better of a shot to lock up that championship for that number 70, J.D. McDuffie Pontiac.
But he's still got Mike Becker to worry about. Becker is 28 points out of the lead on Weinstein, so Weinstein needs better not look now because Becker may close up in those last 15 laps of the race, or no, 19 laps of the race, I should say. Weinstein has got a good shot, as you said, but he goes behind John Lean in the 44. Stephanie Neuer making a 3 wide now between her, Ryan Richardson, and Tanner Doobie. Oh, problems!
Yep, and we got a mess back here with Jasmine Acosta takes the lick as Dollarton goes around.
Vaderview's clean.
The lucky break there for both Washer and
Baxter.
They were gifted right there, so now they'll have to get opportunity to catch up. But a hard lick there as we are under yellow.
And Acosta, no secret, got the biggest lick of the whole bunch.
Let's see what happens.
And Joshua Osborne, he's spun in that 4 car as he goes. He and Dylan Young's around, and so is Dalton and Timmons.
Yep, and continued woes for Josh Osborne's got himself 4 wins this year, but looks like he's not going to repeat. And
Daniel Damo in the yard.
Yep, and Daniel Day going through the grass. There's more going back there. Let's see what happens. Yep, here's where Dalton gets a hard lick from the back from Jasmine Acosta.
And how Rohit Vaderview did not crash was beyond me. He and Jessica Shelton both.
Yeah, we should go on board with it. That one was, that was like Keith Batson in season 3 at, I believe, Chicago, where he basically got through the minefield without any damage. I'm surprised he did not rear-end clutch Dalton or rear-end Jasmine at all.
On board Rohit Vaderview's car. This is gonna be fun. That was super close. Jasmine Acosta's view, she's going to get a bumpy ride for sure.
Yep, can't say the same for Jasmine.
She's behind Dylan Poteet and Batson right there.
She's right there.
And she was almost through, and then this happened.
Yep. Major damage to Jasmine Acosta this season. Savage champion. Has not had a good year this year. She has gone winless this season, and she will have not good things happen here.
And Jasmine hopes for a better season if she returns for season number 10 in this series. And she is out of the race, obviously. And only car out of the race, as a matter of fact, right now, too. That's helped somewhat Baxter and Washer that they have at least made it through.
However, they're a lap down.
Yeah.
Washer and Baxter are a lap down. So they are really behind the 8 ball. There's no lucky dogs here, so they are going to have to hold. They got to earn their lap back hard.
They got to hope Weinstein's got problems too. They better hope.
Yep.
She right now runs in 5th position right now. Mike Becker currently in 26th.
Yep, and Batson right now is 2nd. Seth Cole right now is I do believe
12th
position wise. 12th. Okay, I can't really see the corner on the numbers there, but go give them a rundown here. What we have right now?
Kyle Matthews currently leads in at 29 cars right now. He leads along with Keith Batson, Dougie Shears, Super Shears running in 3rd position right now. 4th is John Lena, 5th Zed Weinstein, Stephanie Naylor in 6th position. She's way back in the pack in the points. Cole Daly, Tim Fiegel, Jack Richards, and Adrian Becker the top 10. Then Sosnowski, Cole, Leah Walker, Ryan Richards, and Cody Lamas the top 15.
Yep, as we are only, what lap are we at right now?
We're about to complete the 13th lap of this race, so we're almost past halfway home. 13 down and 14 to go here at Homestead Miami Speedway. So Zed Weinstein looking pretty good right now for the championship.
As there's Becker and Washer. They are on the inside. They are a lap down. They have to get ahead of Kyle Matthews and the rest of the field. Hope for a caution. They'll be back on the lead lap, and they can really shake up the mix if they can be looked at.
And I say Baxter and Washer are cussing their cars out. I say they're about like Kurt Busch on the radio.
Yeah, they better hope that they don't have major problems, and this is they can just get themselves in position ahead of the leaders, have the yellow go out, they get their lap back, they're all set. That's all they want right now. Let's see green flag about to fly, as they are a little sluggish again, so Kyle Matthews gets away with ease.
And they needed that to happen. They want to keep their battle for the lead going, because lap cars sometimes can cause you problems as a lot of them, and what Baxter and Washer, they are really off on their setup. That not the race they wanted that to happen either.
If they started last, and they will have not the way they want to end their season. But Weinstein is looking good. But that's how much has been impacted by the two last cars as they have flipped the field down the middle. You only have right here the cars here.
And Weinstein's lucky enough to get away to this pack of cars to battle for the lead and still have the championship well in hand. As Dougie Shears takes the lead now with John Lena going for second on Keith Batson.
Yep, Tim Spiegel right there, Cole Daly right there, Stephanie Naylor right there, Weinstein. Let's see how far back past these guys the rest of the field is after Weinstein. Yeah, there we go, Dylan Protein and Josh Osborne and 52 London, Josh Osborne, Adrian Becker. They're all starting to get around it, but now they got to catch up to the draft.
They better hope for another caution flag, to say the least, for sure, as Dalton Day tries to get inside of Washer, and he shoves Washer up high in turn number 4. Oh gosh, it's going to be cluster right here going to turn 4.
Yep, they're leaning on each other right there, and now the Heights getting past.
Washer and Baxter's not making any friends right now, I can assure you that.
That is their championship. It basically I'm back to the Googling right now. They're getting Kawasaki, Josh Michaels, and others. Meanwhile, battle for the lead. Here comes here.
Yep. And Daly, meanwhile, once more, he wants to take the lead. He wants more. And so is that Tim Fiegel in 17. He's going to make a 3 wide for the lead.
Man who right now is in
and Fiegel and Batson touch coming out of turn number 4. Just about caused a wreck there in the turn as Cole Daly takes the lead.
Now here comes Keith Batson. And they're the only drivers that has any part of a shot down the line right now.
Yep.
His way of locking up the championship. That's what that means today.
But Batson, I can assure you, good performances like this is going to help Batson, especially with Washer and Baxter having some problems, apparently. So Baxton's making a huge points gain on those two drivers at least, and maybe Becker, if Becker, as long as he's running his back in the pack as he is, as Lena takes the lead now from Daly.
Now gets enough going into turn 3 and 4. He'll get pushed out by Batson, and now Batson keeps down to the inside, side by side, and it will be
John Lena leading the lap.
Lena leading the lap from back in the upper wall. Now Fiegel and Stephanie Naylor will push that number 28,
Ford, Oldsmobile, Chevy, Buick, and about every manufacturer you can think of is in this pack of cars.
As we are counting down the laps, it will be 5 to go.
6 to go. 21 to 27 down the books.
Yeah, 6 to go. Yep, 6 to go.
And meantime, let's check and see where some of your champs. Mike Becker, I think he might be making progress in the field.
That's Cole right there. There's Becker right behind. A pair of points from Adrian Becker in the 75 of
Ryan Richards.
London. Josh Osborne trying to bounce back. But right now, Zed Weinstein's the only guy ahead of him. And Zed Weinstein right now is without question the leader of the clubhouse right now. Because Becker, any difference is Becker ahead of Weinstein, but that's not going to happen.
Becker currently running a pretty good 13th position, solid run for Mike Becker, but the leaders are coming up on lap cars right now.
Yep, there's your Washer, there's Baxter, both of them. Now they're going to go another lap down. As Lama, Stephanie Naylor, everybody's
And Tim Fiegel and Stephanie Naylor is going to take advantage, and so is Kyle Matthews.
John Lena as well, and Weinstein as well.
Here comes Naylor.
Naylor would like to finish the season not dead last, and you know, last time we checked, won the race for the longest time was dead last.
Yep, and Stephanie won at Kentucky Speedway, and she hopes she has the same setup she had in a car from that Kentucky race. But Kyle Matthews got something to say about that. He won at Rockingham and has been blank since.
Yep, Kyle Matthews trying to make a run there. We got 3 laps to go, actually make that 2.5. Here's Lena, you got Buicks, you got Olds, you got Chevys, and you've got a Pontiac, here's Cole Bailey, and now Keith Bassett starting to distance himself back. Now he's going to look set to play catch-up, but I think time is winding down. As 2 laps to go, it is Stephanie Naylor leading, but now here comes Fiegel again.
If they keep battling back there, they may play to Stephanie's advantage, but I don't know. The draft is different with these Aero 88 cars. We've seen them time and time again. One driver could take a second spot and may take the lead on the same try.
Yep, and it's also to the blue where the hot spot in the racing group is now Lena goes to the inside. Nope, almost got in there. Yeah, none room to purchase. White flag.
Stephanie Naylor's fighting like a badger right now. Here she comes at turn number 1. Kyle Matthews, Tim Fiegel. They're trying to hold on. Fiegel's looking for his first ever win in the Castrol GTX Cup Series, and Charles Sammer did it last season. But Naylor's leading and coming out turn number 2.
2 more left-hand turns for that quicker St. Felix.
And it looks like
Stops to come in, and you've got Stephanie Naylor in the pack. Looks like checkers like it to the flag. Winner, Stephanie Naylor.
Stephanie Naylor
championship.
Stephanie Naylor takes home her second win of the season, and she takes home the Ford EcoBoost 400 in a Buick. But Zed Weinstein, he did what he had to do. He is your Castrol GTX Cup Series champion for season number 9. His first ever 9 champions in the first 9 seasons. Unbelievable.
He was part of season 1, and being one of the originals, he finally gets it done. He's had a couple of rocky seasons, but now he's finally your Castrol GTX Cup Series champion going into the epic season 10.
And let's remember too, Weinstein did not have this ride last season as he lost it to Stephen Pollard III, but who didn't do very well with that ride. But Weinstein pulls it off here today in the championship season, at least. But Stephanie Naylor takes home the race. Average speed 140.725 miles per hour, and it's Naylor the champion, or the winner of the race, I should say. Excuse me. Kyle Matthews, Tim Fiegel, Zed Weinstein, John Lena, Dougie Shears, Cole Daly, Keith Batson, and Mike Becker, the 9th place for him. He moved up a little bit in the point. He moved a little bit in the race, but not enough. Adrian Becker comes on 10th, so son beats mom in this case.
That's Charles Jackson, Peter London, Josh Osborne, Seth Coles looking strong early on. Peter's out, Dalton Day, Ryan Richards, Hibbett, Arwood, Dylan Posey, Ty Sheets, Jeremy Doobie, Luke Walker, Kyle Sasansky, Joshua Michaels, and Basson, Bonnie Gardner, Leah Walker, and Jessica Shelton.
Cody Lamas comes on 28th. 29th was Charles Sanford and Tanner Doobie, Jack Richards, Dylan Young, Andy Timmons, Daniel Day, Chris Dalton, Nick Baxter, and Chris Washer, and Jasmine Acosta, the only car out of the race in 38th position in last place. So season 9 is over. And there it is. Stephanie Naylor wins the race, and Zed Weinstein is your champion for season number 9.
Yep.
And there's your final points.
Yep, Weinstein by 50 points over Mike Becker. Nick Baxter with that haphazard, with that very played performance finishes 3rd. Keith Batson is 4th. Chris Washer rounds up the top 5, but it's a wash that Chris will, no pun intended, Chris Washer will get Rookie of the Year. Seth Cole, John Shaw, Jessica Shelton, and John Lena round out your top 10.
Yep, Chris Washer will get his Rookie of the Year title with even though equal wins with he and Jessica Shelton, 3 apiece. But of course, as I said before, highest finishing rookie in the points gets Rookie of the Year. So Washer, top 5 in points, not bad for a first season, I should say, for Chris Washer. Cole Daly comes home in 11th in the points chase, just missing the top 10 by a smidgen over John Lena. And it's Ty Sheets, Kyle Sosnowski, Dylan Young, and Joshua Michaels the top 15. Then Daniel Day, Charles Stanford, Dylan Poteet 18th in the points after struggling away for most of the season. Tim Fiegel and Johnny Gardner the top 20.
Yep, and looking over the statistics here for this, for the top 20 right now, as we were just looking at, after, we'll look at the rest of the bottom half from 21 on down momentarily, but look up, when we go back up to the top 20, statistically, Zed Weinstein's got 3 wins, and he's got 8 top 5s and 12 top 10s, but he has finished every race. Same could be said with Chris Washer. Both of them have no DNFs, and that's a very good showing for Weinstein, even though he's got 1 pole. Washer has 1 pole. They both have 3 wins. Top Washer 4 top 10, Washer 13 times, and well, good seasons for both of them. Mike Becker and then Weinstein's, of course, got his wins at the Mountain Dew Southern 500. Got it with the Mountain Dew Southern 500 at Darlington. He also got it at Watkins Glen, as well as at Texas. The first Texas race. Mike Becker has 1 win, that being, of course, at Bristol, the first Bristol race. 8 top 5s and 18 top 10s. Nick Baxter was winless this season. He only had 2 poles with 9 top 5s, 11 top 10s. Keith Batson had no poles but 2 wins. Winner at Michigan, the first Michigan race, and Phoenix, the second to last race of the season. 7 top 5s, 14 top 10s. Chris Washer, we just mentioned, he got 3 wins. Those 3 wins being Atlanta, the first Atlanta race, the Napa Know-How 500. He actually swept Atlanta, and then he won the Texas fall race. Seth Cole's got 1 win. He has no poles, but 7 top 5s and 12 top 10s. His only win was at the Coca-Cola 600. Kyle Matthews, his only win was, of course, at Rockingham, second the race of the season, with 4 top 5s and 12 top 10s. Josh Osborne had the most wins, 4 wins this season. We all know he won at Las Vegas, and then he went 3-peat from Martinsville to Fontana, but since then had petered out.
And 10 top 5s, too. Very impressive for Joshua.
10 top 10s. And then Jessica Shelton was hot in that second third of the season with 3 top 5s, 3 wins, 7 top 5s, and 9 top 10s with a couple poles. John Lena with a nice top 10 finish in the point standings. Well, he got his 1 win at Dover in the AAA 400 with 7 top 5s and 7 top 10s and 3 top 5s. Cole Dahlia was winless. Same with High Sheet, even though they had some good showings for themselves, as well as Dylan Young. He was winless this year. Charles Sanford, Tim Siegel as well. But Kyle Sosnowski, he's got a win at
Joshua Michaels.
Kyle Sosnowski won the NASCAR Race Sub 500 at Charlotte. Josh Michaels, we know, won Richmond. He only had 1 top 5 and 7 top 10s. Sosnowski had 4 top 5s and 8 top 10s. Daniel Day had 2 wins this year. He had a very strong third of the season. He was the hottest in this third of the season alongside Washer, with wins at Richmond and Talladega the fall. Charles Sanford had a pretty rough season. Dylan Pote had 1 win, that being the Daytona 500. Remember, he did win the 500, and he had 5 top 5s and 11 top 10s. And then the 12th in points was, and you can go from the rest of the 20th in points. John Gardner was his, I believe he won a couple times. He won in the backyard, and he won Kansas, the second Kansas race. What's his statistics? I can't really see him.
Yep. Looking on down to 21st, Pichu London, who looked like he might get a solid showing in the points chase, dropped down to 21st after a rugged second half of the season.
After winning Richmond and making the Winston All-Stars.
Yeah, Andy Timmons, it looked like he might have had a solid season too. 22nd, and then Super Shears, Jasmine Acosta, Ryan Richards, Jack Richards. Very low down for Richards. Jack, that is. Ryan Richards looked like he might get a top 15 in the points earlier in the season, but he did get the win at New Hampshire and a terrific finish in that race.
Yeah, but Jack Richards won the race before at the Pepsi 400. And interesting to point out, Andy Timmons, Doug Shears, Jasmine Acosta, all were winless this year. Andy Timmons' only win he got was the Winston Open. He joins only a couple drivers to only get a win at the Winston Open, including Tim Gardner, who got his only win at a Winston Open, as well as Barney Ward and Daniel Now he's got a couple of them under his career. Now, since Barney Ward and Gardner, the only drivers to win only the Winston Open, but have yet to win a Castrol GTX Cup Series race.
Absolutely. Dalton Day got his only win at the the night race at Bristol, Tennessee. Jeremy Doobie two wins, and he had a good middle of the season, but tailed off at the end of the year. Chris Dalton got robbed of the first Atlanta race, and Ann Batson, another poor season for her. Adrian Becker, Rohit Baderview, who had a good season 8, but not a good season 9. He did get the win at Chicagoland Speedway.
Yeah, he was solid for a little while in the beginning, middle part of the season, but he teetered out. And then Leah Walker, who also was... actually, Leah Walker... No, she didn't win. That was Luke Walker. Wait, no. I'm thinking of another Walker that won, but I guess not. Well, nonetheless, Leah Walker. Charles Jackson also struggled this year. Tanner Newby also struggled this year. Luke Walker struggled this year. And even with Stephanie Miller winning 2 times, he finished 37th.
And Cody Lamas, Hard Luck Lamas, I guess you might start to call him now, Robbie. He has struggled in every series he's been in, and he's dead last in points. I say Lamas will not be happy. I say he might get ready to retire from the series. I say, to be truth with you, but
and the crazy about it, he won the Mr. Excitement 500 and getting finished at last.
Yeah, but he won.
Look at the crazy thing about it is you go look at Luke Walker, Leah Walker, Tanny Newby, Charles Jackson, all of them winless. But yet Stephanie Naylor's got 2 wins, and Cody Lamas has 1 win, and both of them are at the bottom of the pile. That is crazy.
Yeah, and Cody Lamas 6 DNFs, along with also Jack Richards. He had 6 DNFs, and Naylor had 4 DNFs, and yeah, that's. And no top 5s for Luke Walker. And I think the only one who didn't have a top 5 all season, I believe, Robbie.
Yep, just 6 top 10s.
Yeah, but everybody had a top 10 finish this season as well. But you can't top the performance of Zed Weinstein. Had a well-deserved championship battle that came right down to the final laps at Homestead.
Yep, it did, and we're looking forward to having another great season. The epic season 10 of Castrol GTX Cup Series. And it should be a whole lot of fun. We're going to be looking, and I'm looking forward to joining you all next season.
And we're going to have some newly paved tracks we're told as well, so better keep your eyes peeled on that one. So, and this will be a 40-race season next season. We're going to be adding 8 Bowl Speedway, Road America, Iowa, and trying to think of what?
Wasn't the snowball? Wasn't the one that Joanna Long raced at?
Right.
Snowball Derby.
Yeah, let's say yeah. We'll be adding Iowa, 8 Bowl Speedway, Road America, and the
That Florida track. You know, I'm pretty sure it was Snowball Derby.
Yeah, 5 Flag Speedway. We'll be going to We'll be having a Snowball Derby the next to the last race before the Ford EcoBoost 400 at Homestead Miami Speedway, or the final race of the season. Now, I haven't decided on that just yet. So keep your eyes peeled on that one. And for Robbie Sunoco, this is James. This is
The race in 1985.
yeah, 1985. Yeah, see you in season number 10.